When a customer walked into the tiny animal rescue center in New Jersey, his eyes were glued to the newest music video from Quinn, one of the biggest female idols around. But then he froze when he heard the exact same beautiful, dreamy voice coming from the employee scooping cat poop right in front of him.
Your idol
I'm just a broke employee. I calmly shut him down and brushed off his suspicions. Whew. It probably wouldn't look great if people found out a famous idol was secretly working part-time. That's right, I am Quinn, the idol the media crowned the new generation Ice Princess. On stage, I always wore a flawless, icy expression and never smiled more than 15 degrees. But in reality, I was just a girl who loved laughing way too loudly and yapping about random stuff all day.
You're laughing too loudly, Quinn.
The person who stayed by my side and constantly reminded me to protect my image was my mom and my full-time manager. She forced me to maintain a perfectly glamorous image with a whole list of rules. No snacks, no boba, no pizza, and makeup 24/7 even when I was taking out the trash.
Max just came to see you. Go create some chemistry with him in front of the media.
Max was a handsome but painfully shallow rapper, and every time he opened his mouth, it was always something like,
Yo, girl, you're the muse behind every bar I write.
or this.
Hey, babe, I was straight on extra cologne before coming to see you.
Meanwhile, I was about 2 seconds away from passing out because of that brain-melting smell. Basically, every hangout with Max felt like emotional torture. I don't like him at all.
That's an order. I'm doing this for your own good. You know that.
Everything changed one night after a performance. I spotted a tiny kitten by the side of the road, soaking wet, shivering, and completely lost. While my mom wasn't looking, I secretly scooped the kitten into my arms and decided I would take care of it myself. Having that kitten made my days of pretending to be the Ice Princess so much easier. But then one day, the kitten suddenly disappeared. Mom, did you see a little orange kitten?
You secretly brought a cat home?
I'm sorry, but the kitten was really well behaved.
I threw it out.
You did what?
I did it for your own good. An idol can't be distracted by pointless things like pets.
After that, Mom spent the entire afternoon lecturing me about how an idol was supposed to behave. Then she added even more rules to her list titled, Things Idols Are Forbidden from Doing. That was the final straw. I thought if nobody let Idol Quinn live life on her own terms, why couldn't I create a whole new identity? And my chance came almost immediately. The very next day while heading home after a performance, I spotted a familiar little figure. My kitten! The little thing was being carefully looked after and playing with other rescued animals inside a tiny animal rescue center tucked away in the suburbs. And just like that, a wild plan popped into my head, something the obedient, perfect idol Quinn would never have dared to do before. I came fully prepared. I pulled out the tackiest clothes in my closet, added a pair of huge glasses, and let my long bangs hang messily over my face. And obviously, every bit of makeup had to go. Then, wearing the messiest outfit of my life, I appeared in front of Cole, the manager of that rundown rescue center.
You want a part-time job here. Just so you know, the pay isn't great.
I only want to help the animals. Money isn't an issue.
I feel like I've seen you somewhere before. You look familiar.
Lots of people look alike. Who could I possibly look like? In the end, I got the job. Thank goodness Cole was totally clueless about technology and seemed to know absolutely nothing about the entertainment industry. And the rescue center was so run down and empty that there was basically no chance of anyone recognizing me. Disguise mission, success! From that day on, I lived like a real secret agent, juggling two completely opposite lives. During the day, I was Quinn, the cold, glamorous idol with millions of fans watching me from below the stage. At night, I wiped off all that heavy makeup, threw on my shabby disguise, and sprinted to work my part-time shift at the rescue center. But life was not a fairy tale, and the job was nowhere near as easy as I had imagined. There were only 2 people working there, Cole the owner and me, which meant every exhausting job landed on my head. From working the register and sweeping the place, to carrying box after box of ridiculously heavy animal food. And the worst part, I had to do everything under Cole's painfully judgmental stare. He watched me more closely than some grumpy old witch, like he thought I might hurt the animals or something.
Clean up all the cat poo, then give the dogs a bath.
What the fudge? Don't they feed themselves and lick themselves clean? I mean, I don't know how.
Did you come here to work or to play princess?
But in the end, I still had to pick up the poop shovel while Cole stared at me with cold, disapproving eyes. Ugh. Ew, this smelled even worse than Max's giant cloud of cologne. My next job was bathing the dogs. And that was when the real nightmare began. I herded about 10 dogs into the bathroom and tried to line them up so I could wash them one by one. But the second I started... Jeez Louise, stay still! Mimi, sit! Muffin, stop biting my stuff! Quit pushing me, I'm gonna fall! Whoa! By the time Cole rushed in, the room looked like a disaster zone. Buckets were everywhere and water was dripping from the floor all the way up to the ceiling.
For the love of waffles. Fine. Take this card and go buy a month's worth of pet food.
Then Cole rolled up his sleeves and cleaned up the mess I'd made. Cole had a sharp mouth, but he was actually really kind. He was always fixing whatever disaster my clumsy self caused. To make it up to him, I happily bought the best, most expensive pet food and toys I could find. But when I proudly handed Cole the receipt, his face went pale and he looked like his soul had left his body.
You spent everything on the card?
Yeah, it was a little short, but I balanced it pretty well.
That was our budget for the entire month.
That's it? That wouldn't even cover one of my we're that broke? That was when I finally realized how poor the rescue really was. Cole kept taking in abandoned, disabled, and old animals, but not many people wanted to donate or adopt them, so he often used his own money to keep the place running. I'll find a way to make people love them more. So I used the one skill every idol knew, a full makeover and image upgrade. At first, it worked great. I made cute outfits for the dogs and taught the cats simple tricks, like shaking paws. People loved it, and both adoptions and donations started going up. Okay, marketing genius alert! But the money still wasn't enough to cover all the costs, so I started trying harder, riskier tricks to get more attention. One afternoon, I set up a small ring of fire and carefully tried to teach my kitten to jump through it. Jump through and I'll give you a fish. Come on, good kitty, just one quick whoosh and you're done. But the kitten got scared. It panicked, jumped the wrong way, and its fur caught fire. Cole rushed over, put out the flames, and gently picked it up. His face was full of pain. I could only look down, feeling horrible. Then he turned to me angry.
Stop using dumb tricks to torture these animals!
I was only trying to help. This could have made money for the rescue.
Quinn, I don't want them to fake who they are or change themselves just to be loved. Anyone who truly loves them will love the scars, the flaws, and all the awkward parts too.
I froze at Cole's words, my chest suddenly heavy. The lesson wasn't just for animals, it was for me too. I was trying so hard to build this perfect fake ice princess image just to be an idol. But wasn't that basically the same as forcing these cats to jump through rings of fire? That night, I broke every rule and stayed at the rescue until morning, ignoring the endless calls from Mom. I softly sang the kitten to sleep, trying to ease its pain. It wasn't one of the loud, high-energy songs I performed on stage. It was just a quiet, honest melody filled with every part of the real me.
I'm down to skin.
Cole sat quietly beside me. He didn't say anything, but his gentle, understanding look comforted me more than words ever could. The second I got back to the idol dorm, Mom was already waiting. Her face was purple with rage. She threw a tablet at me, and I barely had time to read the clickbait headline. Breaking. Idol Quinn kisses mystery guy.
What is this? Explain yourself!
Someone had leaked the video of me singing to the kitten at the rescue, and it blew up online. My entire double life was exposed. The comments were everywhere.
So Quinn isn't exactly goddess level without makeup.
Is she broke? Why is she working at some tiny rescue and dating a normal guy too? Her whole image is ruined. That was when Mom switched into full manager mode. She's cold, calm, and ready to control everything.
Change out of those ugly clothes. Max will be here any minute.
What does he have to do with this?
We'll create a fake couple and bury this dating scandal.
Her plan was simple. She used AI to make romantic photos of Max and me. Then she took control of all my social media accounts and posted a statement as if I'd written it myself.
The girl in that video wasn't me at all. I was hanging out with Max that day. I have pictures to prove it.
Public opinion flipped after the statement, and a brutal wave of hate and mockery hit Cole. I kept calling him, but he never picked up.
We're bringing reporters to that rescue center. You'll blame the owner, say he staged everything with a girl who looked like you to get famous. Do exactly as I say. It's for your own good.
Anger burned inside me. Mom always said it was for my own good, but really, she was locking me inside an invisible cage. To clear my name, she dragged me to the rescue and brought Max along. He kept acting like the sweetest, most caring boyfriend whenever a camera pointed at him. The second Cole saw me, pain flashed across his face, but he stayed quiet. I knew Mom had planned everything. Hundreds of cameras were aimed at me, waiting for me to protect my perfect image again. I was the girl in that video. I disguised myself as a part-time worker because I wanted one place where I could be my real self. Nobody used me. Actually, I learned so much from the animals, this rescue, and him. Mom looked ready to faint. Max got so embarrassed he covered his face and slipped away. The reporters went wild, and camera flashes exploded everywhere. It was total showbiz chaos. And Cole, he looked at me, then slowly gave me the warmest smile in the world. That day became the biggest scandal of the year. I paid a pretty big price. My perfect image fell apart, I lost a lot of fans, and Mom and I barely spoke for a long time. But guess what? I never regretted it.
Never thought I'd see an idol cleaning cat poop.
I brought in a bunch of new fans and new customers for you. So, how are you gonna thank me?
How about this?
Aaron sat alone in his private room, staring at a poster of his own face peeling off the wall. His manager paced back and forth, clearly stressed.
You're losing momentum, Aaron. New idols are popping off everywhere. We need a new strategy fast.
Aaron nodded, drained. He was a top Korean idol, and staying relevant had always felt like his whole purpose.
I'm booking an ad campaign in the US. Your name has to blow up again.
Fine. I'll go to America. Can I sleep first? Just a little?
Double cheeseburger, please! Coming right up! Hi, I'm Lilia. I ran a small fast food place. Okay, technically it was just a food truck. My goal was to get on MasterChef and proving I was more than a girl flipping patties behind a counter. I was going to be a famous chef. That's when I noticed an older homeless man standing nearby, staring at a half-eaten burger someone had left behind. You can't eat that, sir. He stayed there anyway, so when I came back, I brought a fresh plate, hot, full, and untouched. This one's on me. Enjoy.
Thank you. You're an angel.
His eyes filled with tears, and you know what? No chef should ever let someone walk away hungry. Later that night, while I was cleaning up, someone suddenly rushed toward the truck. Sorry, we're closed. It was a foreign guy. Korean, I guessed. Messy hair, flushed face, panic written all over him. He ducked behind the counter so fast I nearly screamed. What are you doing? I'll call the police.
I'm sorry. I swear. I just need a place to hide. Just for a second.
Seconds later, a group of girls ran past the truck, clearly searching for someone. I mean, well, he's kind of good looking. It made sense. When the crowd disappeared, he tried to leave. Then his stomach growled, loud. He froze, peak awkward. Are you hungry? His name's Aaron. Watching him eat my dinner like he hadn't eaten all day, something about him felt off. The way he carried himself, the way he dressed, he didn't feel like a regular guy. Aren't you, like, famous?
This is amazing. Seriously, one day you're going to be a famous chef. I know it.
Wow, okay. What are you, psychic? You really think so?
Yeah. And when you open your store, I'll be your first customer.
That is my dream. But wait, you said you lost your passport and your phone?
Yeah, and my wallet. I'm Korean.
That night, I let Aaron sleep on the small couch behind the counter while I went home. It wasn't much, but it was all I could do. The next morning, I made breakfast and asked if he could help out a little while waiting for his passport situation to get fixed. He agreed instantly, and soon enough, he became my first employee. Not gonna lie, I felt kinda boss. Then things got weird. More people than usual started showing up. Aaron kept pulling his cap lower, trying to disappear, but it was useless. They weren't here for my food, they were here for him. Aaron, who are these people?
I guess I never told you I'm kind of famous in Korea.
Kind of famous? Oh my god, in literally seconds, my tiny food truck got absolutely swarmed by his fans. They blocked the entrance, took over every inch of space. Suddenly, I wasn't running a food truck anymore. Yeah, we're done for today.
I'm really sorry, Lilia. I never wanted this to happen. But you're the only person I know here.
Great. That left only one option, my tiny apartment. We had to sneak away like criminals just to escape the chaos. My place was small and worn down. I felt embarrassed showing it to him. He was a Korean idol. I was just me. Make yourself at home. Sorry it's kind of messy.
It's okay. Thank you. I really mean it.
The next morning, he was still asleep. I packed up supplies for the food truck. No way he was going back there.
Hey, thanks for the clothes. Is there anything I can help with? I don't want to just sit around.
Then you're going to help me prep. He nodded immediately, though one look told me he'd never stepped foot in a kitchen. Somehow his clumsiness was kinda cute. At least he was trying. We sat across from each other at the tiny table. Aaron barely touched his food. Hey, are you okay? You're barely eating.
I've been on a strict diet my whole life.
That's rough. But you're here with me now, with a future famous chef. Eat. This is food for your soul, not your reflection. Aaron smiled and poured himself more cereal. After a few days, I honestly thought Aaron was close to spiraling. Being stuck inside all day was clearly messing with him. So I dressed him up a little and confidently dragged him to the local discount grocery store. He followed obediently, carrying everything I managed to snag on sale.
It's been a long time since I went grocery shopping myself, but this is actually kind of fun.
On the bus ride back, Aaron sat quietly staring out the window. I didn't know what he was thinking until his eyes suddenly lit up. A TV in a shop window was playing a Korean commercial. His commercial. The corner of his lips curved into a soft smile. Do you miss it?
I miss the spotlight.
He loved that life. No matter how hard it was, he never truly wanted to give it up. That night, I decided to practice for the upcoming MasterChef competition. I tried making a Korean dish, and honestly, having a real Korean right there felt like cheating.
Too much garlic, and it still needs more seasoning.
I tried again and again and again until he finally nodded. You know, I'm scared. I'm really scared I'll go there and just fail, like completely crash and burn, that I'll get eliminated right away. Aaron looked straight at me. His eyes were steady.
I get it. I'm scared too. Scared that one day I'll step off the stage and no one will care anymore. That they'll forget me as fast as they once remembered me.
We sat there in silence for a while, each holding on to our own fears. Both of us were searching for the courage to face what was coming.
But Lilia, I really believe you'll make it. I can tell.
Thank you, Aaron. And you too. I can still see that fire in your eyes. That night, just as I was drifting off, I heard a noise from the kitchen. I quietly got out of bed thinking it was Aaron, but instead, it was a strange man who had broken in through the back door.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
The intruder froze when he heard Aaron's voice.
I thought this girl lived alone. You thought wrong. Who knew she'd get a boyfriend so fast?
Both Aaron and I froze, exchanging awkward looks.
Well, I'll just go then. Misunderstanding. Totally a misunderstanding.
Before he could bolt, Aaron lunged and pinned him to the ground.
You're taking a trip to the police station. What if there really was just a girl here alone?
After the police took him away and the street went quiet again, I finally spoke. I guess I owe you for saving me from a robbery, or worse.
I'm staying at your place. Don't worry about it. You're still shaking. Still scared? Then how about this?
That night we lay there in silence, me on the couch, him on the floor just below. I could even hear his breathing, and somehow I felt safe. Things between Aaron and me started to feel really good. Mornings felt lighter, nights felt less lonely. Even the food tasted better when we ate together. But good things never last forever. One afternoon, a beautiful woman showed up at my food truck asking for Aaron. I'm his manager. Aaron didn't look happy to see her. Aaron, everything's arranged. You're going back to Korea. That's enough playing around. Aaron didn't answer right away. He glanced at me and I caught it. I knew he was torn because of us, because of whatever this, almost relationship, was that neither of us had the courage to name. That night, I stayed at the food truck working in silence for hours. When I finally found the courage, I called Aaron. The longer I talked, the harder my heart pounded. Aaron, I've never had feelings for you. I think it's better if you leave.
But Lilia,
I don't want you at the house when I come back tomorrow. I hung up. My heart couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't be the thing holding him back. Aaron belonged to a different world, one nothing like mine. The house felt empty again. Aaron was gone, his bag, his clothes, everything. I sat on the couch staring into nothing. All our happy moments flashed through my mind, then faded. How was I supposed to survive this silence? Suddenly, my phone buzzed. I made it to the next round of MasterChef! Wow! That message felt like a lifeline, the only thing that could fill the hole in my heart. I needed to stay busy, so I packed my bags and left. During the competition, I poured everything into it, but I still followed Aaron's news. His career rebounded after the commercial went viral. Then came a dating scandal, and my name got dragged into it. They called me everything: gold digger, fame chaser, same old K-drama nonsense. Then one night I saw Aaron's live stream. My heart still skipped a beat when I saw his face, heard his voice.
I don't know her. We're not in a romantic relationship.
Those were words I had said first, but hearing them come from him still hurt more than I expected. At least, the attacks finally died down. Weeks flew by. Before I knew it, I was standing on the MasterChef stage, having beaten some of the toughest competitors I'd ever faced and ready for the final challenge. For the finale, I chose a Korean dish, a dish that reminded me of him. I knew that while I was fighting through the most intense moment of my life here, on the other side of the world, Aaron was preparing for a fan meeting. Both of us chasing our dreams just like we promised. Ugh, why won't this open? It's stuck! Suddenly, a figure stepped forward from the audience, reaching both hands toward me. He wanted to help. I rushed over, and in less than a second, I knew. It was Aaron. He had skipped his fan meeting to be here. But I couldn't think about that. Not now. Not in the middle of the finale. Thank you. It didn't fully feel real until the MasterChef trophy was placed in my hands. Cheers exploded. Confetti rained down. I searched the crowd for him, but I never saw Aaron again after that. 5 years passed, and the day I'd worked so hard for finally arrived. The opening of my first restaurant. I came early, standing there quietly, taking in years of effort made real. The door chimed. The first customer walked in. At first, I didn't recognize him, but as he stepped closer, my chest skipped a beat.
Hi, Lilia.
The mall at night was dead quiet. Nothing like the daytime buzz. I was doing one last check before heading out. Looked fine. Check. Or maybe not. I'd barely turned when I heard a faint tap, like plastic against glass. I whipped around and swore one of the mannequins had its arm raised differently. No way. Nah, they don't move. I kept walking. Then a louder crack ripped through the silence. My whole body went stiff. I couldn't bring myself to look back. Oh, guys. Hey there. I'm Maris. I run a fashion boutique in one of New York's biggest malls. But I'm not the bossy type who yells all day. People usually say I'm really sweet and gorgeous. Best boss ever. Please, just a few days off. That's Talia, my one and only employee begging for a short vacation. You're ditching me with all this work? Nope. I overheard we're getting a trainee tomorrow. You won't be lonely. Classic Talia. She always gets the gossip before I do. Fine. Bring me back a six-pack Hawaiian hunk. Aye aye, boss. She squealed, hugged me so tight I almost broke in half, then dashed off like she'd hit the jackpot. Next day, I walk in and see the new hire waiting. A guy? And the second I see his face, my heart just about hits the floor. Dorian? Is that you?
Hi, I'm Dorian.
Yep, the same guy who'd one-shot down my clumsy confession in front of our entire high school. And now he's here, in a trainee uniform, under my supervision. Seriously? In all of New York, it had to be him?
I'll be training here for 3 months. Looking forward to working with you.
I just froze, so he repeated himself a couple more times, not even glancing at me. Same distant, aloof vibe as back then. Okay, I'm Maris, the manager here. Just do your job well. My face was burning. Did he really not remember me? Or was he pretending? That cool indifference stung my pride. Fine, if Mr. Coldheart wanted to act like that, I'd make sure he never forgot me again. That very day, Operation Payback kicked off. So, we're a high-end store. Even the tiniest wrinkle is a disaster. Why don't you iron everything on that rack? Make it perfect. Dorian didn't argue. He started ironing awkwardly, even burned himself a few times. I kept a straight face but was secretly cracking up. Then came my special move, the giant mannequins. Don't you think these guys look out of place? Maybe move them over there?
Sure, ma'am.
He went at it like a busy bee. I helped by supervising. Not quite right. Maybe move them back. He paused for a second, eyes blanked, then silently moved them back. That look made me wonder, was I being a terrible boss? Nah, just a little payback. Barely counts compared to how he crushed my feelings back then. A few days later, Talia came back from her trip. I hadn't even said a word when she sprinted over and hugged me tight. Maris! I missed you so much! I couldn't help but smile. My partner in crime was back. Now, we could team up against Dorian. The second Talia's eyes landed on him, I knew I'd lost. Hi, I'm Talia. Been working here a while. Need help with anything? Just ask. Boss Maris is super nice. Never gives anyone a hard time. Dorian shot me a glance and I quickly looked away. Yeah, my recent behavior didn't exactly match her glowing review. Awkward. Things only got messier after that. Talia stuck to him like glue. Dorian, let me help you hang that shirt. You tired? Here, have some water. The more I saw it, the more it bugged me. Not the raging, jealous kind. Just this weird little pinch in my chest. Irritation? Annoyance? Definitely not jealousy. No way. Dorian looked like a guy caught in a vise. On one side, trying to avoid Talia's over-the-top kindness. On the other, sneaking glances at my not-so-friendly expression.
Thanks, but...
It's fine. I made enough for both of you and Maris. I pursed my lips and turned away, hiding my flustered expression. I should be glad I don't have to babysit him. So why does this bug me so much? That night, I stayed late to lock up. The mall was completely empty. Phew, finally done. I switched off the lights and was ready to bolt because those lifeless mannequins always gave me the creeps. Then I heard a faint sound. Spinning around, my eyeballs almost popped out. One of the mannequins had clearly moved. No way. Maris, chill. Just your imagination. Yeah, imagination. I turned back slowly, then came a loud thud that made my heart leap into my throat. I whipped around again. One mannequin had toppled over. Could this be rats? Hands shaking, I raised my phone's flashlight, the beam slicing through the dark aisles. Huh? The storage room door was slightly open. I sucked in a deep breath and pushed it open. Hey! Dorian? What on earth are you doing here? He kept his head down for so long I almost lost my patience. If you're up to something shady, I'm calling the cops right now.
No, please. I was practicing.
You... what? He slowly flicked on the light. The room lit up and I jumped when I saw a bunch of mannequins lined up in different poses.
I was practicing how to greet customers, to stand straight, to smile. I used the mannequins like rehearsal partners.
So...
I'm not good at talking to people. I get embarrassed easily.
So that annoying stone-cold face of yours...
Yeah, I just put it on to keep people away.
For a moment, all my old resentment melted. He suddenly looked so small and vulnerable. I almost wanted to hug him.
I'm sorry, boss. I didn't know what else to do. I'll clean it up right now.
Jeez, you're such a dork, Dorian. Don't worry, I'll help you. On the way home that night, I felt oddly light, like a weight I'd carried for years had finally lifted. So maybe back then he hadn't rejected me because he hated me. He'd just been too shy to face me. Mr. Ice Prince turned out to be a shy little bunny. Well, he owes me a proper apology. And who knows, maybe even a confession. In the days after, Talia kept shooting me with these suspicious teasing looks whenever I focused on coaching Dorian. Try smiling and greeting the customer like this. Yeah, tilt your head just a bit. Makes you look friendlier.
Okay.
Talia finally snapped. Hold up! What have you done with my boss? Give her back right now! Even Dorian chuckled at her whining. Honestly, that tiny laugh felt like a victory. He was already braver than yesterday. Before I knew it, his 3-month training was almost over. He'd be moved to another branch soon. I'm gonna cry every single day! Wait, we have to throw a camping trip for Dorian's farewell! Dorian glanced at me as if I'd decide for him. I pretended to think hard, but in my head, I was already like, oh yes, perfect chance to toughen him up for real. Outdoor activities, baby! Talia went all out. Hot dogs, cookies, marshmallows for the campfire. I'll take care of everything for Dorian. Food, games, even the fluffiest pillow.
That's not necessary. I can...
Nope, you just let me handle it. We arrived late in the afternoon. Talia zipped around with her bag of snacks while I squinted at the campsite map. Of course, the only one who actually knew what to do was Dorian. He didn't say much, just got to work, pitching the tent, tying the ropes, lighting the fire, setting up the grill. Sometimes I sneaked a glance at him, pretending I wasn't impressed. But okay, a tiny bit proud. Everything was ready just as night settled in. The fire crackled, the hot dog smelled amazing, and Talia kept the stories going. Tonight, Dorian laughed and joined the chatter more easily than ever, until a pebble shot out from the bushes and landed in the fire, making the flames flare. A moment later, 4 rough-looking guys strolled out of the dark. They're all smirking and cocky.
Mind if we crash the party? We're starving.
Before we could answer, one of them snatched a hot dog right out of Talia's hand.
If you've got food, you've gotta share.
Maris, they...
Don't be stingy.
I grabbed Talia's hand and running through the options in my head. My heart was pounding, but then Dorian stood up right between us and the group. The firelight lit up his face, and for a second, I barely recognized him.
This is our spot. You need to leave.
They laughed. The ringleader stepped closer. His eyes locked on Dorian with a sharp, menacing glare.
And what if we don't? There's 4 of us. What are you gonna do about it, huh?
The air went tight. The only sounds are the crackling fire and Talia's heartbeat against my back.
I'll report you to the campsite staff, and if you take one more step, I won't hesitate to call the police.
I stepped forward too, holding up my phone with the emergency number ready to dial. The ringleader just scoffed, but they slowly backed off, grumbling and throwing a few choice insults. I only realized I'd been holding my breath once they were gone. Oh my gosh, my 2 guardian angels, you're the best. The danger had passed, but knowing they could come back with backup was enough to make us pack up. We broke camp and headed home that very night. Headlights cut a bright line across the empty road. In the back seat, Talia was out cold, curled up like a kid. There were just me and Dorian. Back there, you were really brave. I'd say your shyness is officially cured.
I couldn't have done it without you. Seriously, Maris.
My heart just dropped right into my stomach. The air felt super awkward. I turned toward the window, pretending to be fascinated by the distant streetlights.
All I could think about was keeping you safe.
I ducked my head lower, feeling my whole face heat up like I was about to melt into the seat.
My family wasn't the happiest. I used to get picked on a lot too. By the time I got to high school, I just shut everyone out, so no one can hurt me again. That's why, that day...
Okay, no need to bring that up. I get it. I cut him off before he could mention that day, the one when I confessed. The car sank into a few minutes of thick silence.
I went looking for you, to make up for it. That's why I became your trainee.
I blinked at him. So all this time, he hadn't actually forgotten me.
So, this time, let me say it. Maris, I like you.
Wow, hello? Am I invisible or what? Both of us froze, our faces going up in flames like 2 kids playing grown-up and getting busted by mom. Outside, the car just kept gliding quietly through the night. Next morning, Talia wouldn't stop shooting me these sly, teasing looks. The store felt a little too calm with Dorian gone. My heart is shattered. In the end, he chose you, Maris. I spun around and there he was, standing by the door, grinning bright as ever. No trainee uniform anymore. No longer my junior. Talia, we're still on the clock, Talia just pushed me closer to him, still pouting. Fine. But if I'm not the maid of honor at your wedding, I'm calling the cops. I glanced at Dorian. His face had turned a shade of red, but his eyes never left mine.